Hello, I hope you're doing great. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Lomo Minitar 1 art lens, which is this one. I will show you a closer look, so don't worry if you cannot see it perfect. It is from the Lomography and it's kind of an art lens. It doesn't supposed to be a great lens, so the colors are slightly different, maybe it's a little more strong. And also there is a vignette around the photos, and also the contrast is kind of a little stronger sometimes, but it's supposed not to be great. It's supposed to give an artistic feeling, and I bought it. It's like from I think 249 euros from the Lomography store. And if you buy it directly from them, you can also have an adapter depending on the type of the camera you have. So for me, because I wanted to use it for Nikon Zfc, it came with a Lomography M to Z adapter with close-up function. So the close-up function, it can help you to zoom even closer. You can see photos also with this effect. And I think just to tell you, it's a typical Lomography like product. So it comes in a really beautiful case, and inside it had also like a booklet where you can find also the 10 rules of lomography and things like that. But without talking more, let's go and see the a closer look at the lens and then some photos, and I'll come back to you with my thoughts. So let's look through the lens first, and you can see how small it is. And this is with the adapter. So this small front part is the lens. And you can see here we have the focusing mechanism. It's infinitive 3, 1.5 and 0.8. Then we can have from here, we can select the aperture. I think it's obvious here, yeah. And this, like the M to Z mount adapter, it says with close-up function. And to activate this one, you just click here. There is something here you click, and you can turn it, and that's can have like close-ups. And I will show you examples also with close-up, and then it locks and it's fine. And I think that's all. And you can see how much smaller it is compared to the 28 lens, the standard lens from Nikon. And let's go and see some photos now, and I'll come back to you to share my thoughts. One more thing before saying the photos. The only thing I find a little annoying with this lens is this covering, which is so small, and and it's screw. You have to screw it. And the only thing that kind of annoys me, that's in case I miss it, I lost it. Okay, let's see the photos. Okay, let's look at the photos now. I start with some street art, and you can see the colors here and how vibrant they are. And it's kind of characteristic of the lens that this is the colors. And this is like most of the photos are JPEG, and some of them then I select from in the camera monochrome, so I didn't make it in a software monochrome. And you can see, like, let's see the next one. So they are not super sharp, but there is something really in the colors, which is, I think it has to do with the lens, because this lens gives like different colors, kind of affecting the colors. This again not so sharp, but I quite like the colors in this one also. And it's again the contrast, which is kind of higher. And we can see in lots of the photos it's characteristic. Another characteristic of the lens, as we said, is the vignette. And I read that possibly it's more focused in the middle and outside not so focused, but I didn't felt it like in Holgas. It's like a scene which it was kind of not, the colors again are interesting here, and the textures. Not super sharp. This is like the letters are so strong that they just pop in the photo. Here is not so sharp, but I quite like it because it gives like, it's not perfect and it kind of gives a film feeling. This one I set the camera to monochrome because I thought it would be stronger the effect, and it is kind of stronger. And I only changed the levels again in the JPEG files. And look in the bottom in this one how strong is the tones here. That's the text here. This is the bokeh of the lens, but I think it was not perfectly focused. In this one I like again, I don't know if we can call like the colors in this one, in this part. I think this is like well focused here, and we can see the beautiful bokeh here, and the kind of high contrast of this one, and you can see the details in the shadow here, and kind of a little vignetting here. In this one, I really like the texture. I don't know why it appeared like that. It feels like plasticky, but look at the details here, how beautiful they are. Again, like a plant, but a nice bokeh. This is I think that I take from this place is a lot of times I'm stopping and taking photos like on my film cameras because it's my path to the town center, and I think it delivered really well. Again, the contrast here behind. This is like a poster like for some like kind of artistic thing, but the colors are beautiful and it's a decent photo. This was weird. This is like the moments you just like photographing something and you never expect it. This looks so vintage. So I don't know how old they are, this paper, and like the next day they were not here. I don't know what goes in the mind of the person who left it there, or it's weird because it's not contemporary papers. I don't know how they end up. It's like on the street, on the center of the like on the pavement, but like in the main road, not somewhere hidden. Because and the colors of the papers, they feel like dated, and that they also the text, and it's not perfectly. I mean, one thing I have to push myself is try to look in the photos and judge them here, not like zoom like to 100% and see pixel how focused I am or things like that. This I just took it from the curiosity. It wasn't an interesting thing, but again the textures on this is nice and the colors behind the orange is pop, the green is pop. I think it's beautiful lens. Again, the colors are really nicely. They're so alive, live, and I think at that point I also changed in the camera to have vivid colors, but I think it's mainly because of the lens. This one, this is so really well sharp, and it's so really well depicted. I was really impressed when I saw it. This one I have to delete like 3-4 trials because I was totally out of focus, but I think this is not too bad. Again, this is another one, street art. This one, again, this is really beautiful depicted. I mean, the lens did a really good job here. Look at the sharp, how like the contrast is high, and look at the colors, how beautiful they are. Something nothing super excited. It's a landscape, but it's not too bad. I think I'm kind of not super, the alignment is not perfect, but I just decided to share it with you. Yeah, this is like, from these like 2-3 photos I played with, I tried the raw file because the highlights were quite high on the faces. But they're not too bad again. And this again, you can see like it's not too bad, and you can see how the bokeh appeared really nicely. These are not perfect, but I think they give again some. They are not super sharp, but they give a kind of a dreamy feeling. Yeah. This is like a poster, which I think from any. I don't remember what was that, but it's kind of like an old feeling, and the colors are beautiful and looks quite sharp. Again, street art and pops the contrast. This is like the orange of the underwear is. It's like I don't know. It's so well again depicted by the lens. And in this one, this again, the colors, how beautiful they are in this one. It's a very simple subject, but this red and yellow, it's like, and it looks like a decent photo. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad also. I think this is like not sharp at all, but if it was a film photo and this size printed, we would accept it. We didn't think, oh, it's not perfect. Similar to this one. Again, some soaps. This one, I quite like this one. I don't know if it's the lens or I don't know, but it goes really, I really enjoy this one. Again, this one, it's not too bad. In this one, it's like, it feels like she's real and she will turn, and her skin, in the doll, the skin color feels so realistic. I like this photo also. This one, I just took it from curiosity. Sometimes I just play around, and it did not too bad job. This one is one of my favorites. It's really nothing special, but the colors are so beautiful. And as you maybe notice in my other, how can I say, in the rest of my videos in the channel, it's mainly black and white. And to depict the colors and be happy with that, I don't know, I was really happy with this one. And then I started playing with the close-up in the next few photos. In the black and white, look at this. Look at how beautiful is this one. I don't know if it's like, if somebody like a macro photographer will say that is not maybe perfect. I don't know, I cannot judge. But for a lens of an art lens and not a decent, lens, and it's like a, manual focus and things like that. This, I was surprised on how well it picked the text, because in some other photos it fell so badly. This is like a Greek flag, and again you can see macro, but you can see the bokeh on the back. And it did a really good job. This was, I wasn't sure if I share or not this one, but look at this, how sharp is this and how unsharp is everywhere. Again, this is not perfect. I think maybe if it was like a digital, manual, if it was the original photo, the original, lens of the camera, the one the main lens I use, maybe this was a little better focus, but it's not too bad again. This is just again showing the capabilities of the lens. It's not too bad. This kind of, like, it can be like a painting, but it's like on the wall, and again we can see all the details and the vignetting and the contrast and how well it works. It's beautiful. As I say, on the floor it's like a pair of glasses. No, not a pair, like a part of the glasses, broken part of the glasses, and you can see the lift here. Again, beautiful lens here. This is not perfect, but it gives us like a feeling is, I think it's not an excuse that it's not perfect. I think it's like, it gives us this, what's this lens all about. This was like a stop, not a close up, but it was the texture that makes me to try, and it was not too bad again. And this was like a poster. And I think these are all the photos, so I'll come back to you for some final comments. Bye for now. So I hope you enjoyed the photos. For me, it was, I don't know what I was expecting, and I was a little critical with myself. But I think, as I maybe mentioned when I will show you the photos, usually when I open the photos, any photo, I go and look, like, zoom in and see how, if I'm focused well or not. And I have to tell myself a few times, for this lens, don't do that. Just look in the screen, because I mean most of the people will not, even they don't even see it on the display, they will see them in the mobile phone and they will not see the details. So I'm not saying that the details don't matter. And even if I'm going to print, I'll print maybe maximum A4 on these photos, and maybe it will be perfect. And for this, and it doesn't supposed to be perfect, it's just supposed to be fun, and I will not do it for something serious, but again it motivates me to leave my home and motivate me to see the world a little differently. And maybe it's a nice lens, and I really need to go to use it more to understand it. And I maybe think to do like I have a couple of videos, maybe I'll link to a playlist or something like that, when I try to mimic like the film experience with a digital camera. And maybe I'm thinking to do that with maybe one case where I'm just shooting only color, then in black and white, and maybe try to use a square, because this is kind of related to the Lomo, the LCA's cameras. At least like the 35, I think they use the same lens. And yes, I hope you like it, and I mean, feel free to share your comments. And it's another thing I forgot to tell you when I started is, I was really debating for the past 2 months to buy it or not, and it was not about that much about the money, because okay, it's 250 euros is not a small amount of money, but when I was checking what other lenses I can use with this mount, it's like the M mount is like, it was in a scale of thousands, and I definitely don't want to invest. Maybe I have a lot of cameras, but they are cheap cameras, most of them, or not cheap, but like not to the scale of thousands. And so I think it's a maybe good toy investment. And yes, let me know if you use it or if you have any experience. Oh yes, I forgot to say, what I wanted to say actually was like, when I was exploring about the lens, I couldn't find a lot of information about the lens. When I couldn't find samples of photos with this lens and maybe Nikon cameras, or a lot of posts about digital cameras. I don't know why not so many people use it. And yes, so let me know if you use it. What do you think of the photos? And I don't know if you have any questions. And if you like my work, you can subscribe, comment, and you can find also my work in Instagram. Have a good day, and I hope you keep being creative and enjoy what you're doing. Bye.